What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and Rae Carson, author of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker novelization, which, let's be a little bit fair, I don't know if anybody could have written a good book with that kind of material to work with. However, she did write it. She has proved once again that the people working at Lucasfilm have no clue about Star Wars. Let's just take a look at this tweet. We're going to get into her history and some of the things Rae Carson has said before that makes this quote make a little more sense and why she's so focused about females. But let's see here. So this is in response. She's retweeting this. What Star Wars moment brought you unqualified, uncontained joy? What Star Wars moment broke you with happiness? And she says, I desperately wanted to see a girl Jedi on the big screen. A girl Jedi. So, in The Force Awakens, when the lightsaber whips past Kylo's hand to land in Rey's instead, I still get weepy thinking about it. I waited 40 years for that moment. But also, she didn't need to, as numerous people have pointed out in her comments section, which she doesn't really like. Jesus, all these dudes in my mentions pointing out the female Jedi in the prequel trilogy who have no real roles and die horribly. And of course, all the dudes, no mention of the females that are in your mentions, telling you the exact same thing, that you forgot about people like Adi Gallia, that you forgot about people like Aayla Secura, who we did see on the big screen in the prequels. You didn't mention them. Maybe you didn't know them. Maybe you didn't watch them close enough. But, you know, another thing that you didn't mention, since you did say this, you said on the big screen. I assume that's because you know who Ahsoka is. You have to know who Ahsoka is. If you work there, I'm sure Dave Filoni says her name probably every 5 minutes at Lucasfilm. But she was on the big screen too. Star Wars The Clone Wars, released in 2008. Released in like 3,500 theaters. Made $70 million worldwide, not a huge hit or anything. An animated release. But yeah, this movie was on the big screen, wasn't it? So somehow you missed that. Somehow, you're such a big Star Wars fan, aren't you, Rae Carson? You know so much about Star Wars that they let you write the Rise of Skywalker novelization. Maybe that's why. Is it because you're a big Star Wars fan? Did you forget about Ahsoka on the big screen? I don't know. But there was one way somebody had a great response to her that kind of made her give in a little bit. This person says, while I loved it too, I hate that it came at the expense of a black Jedi lead. The bait and switch marketing still hurts. Finn deserved better, and so did black Star Wars fans. I think that's a really good point. I hope the franchise will continue to do better with that respect. So that's about the only way to get her to come off her high horse when it comes to this whole Rey female Jedi thing. But is it really a surprise that a writer for Lucasfilm would say this? I almost think that it's a requirement to work at Lucasfilm. Not that you know anything about Star Wars. Nothing. Because clearly she doesn't. Because clearly she forgot about all those Jedi. All she cared about was Rey. Maybe that's the first Star Wars movie she watched, to be quite honest. We don't know. But the prerequisites to work there seem to me, 1, know nothing about Star Wars, and 2, hate white men. And that is exactly what Rae Carson does. We can go through her Twitter history. Maybe this is how she got hired. You just have to bitch about white people on Twitter, and maybe that's all you need to do. Let's go here. Disney Star Wars is dumb. Sorry, it also is done. But Disney Star Wars is dumb by Ichibaka, who, if you've not checked out Ichibaka's channel and his website, please do so. He documented a couple things. Rae Carson consumed by hatred of white men. Now, this was written back on October 5th, 2019, so we're getting way back there, guys. It's 5 months ago or something. In our continuing series on white men and the Lucasfilm authors who hate them, we now take a look at Rae Carson. Of course, you know, Rae Carson is someone who very recently got into writing. I would say about 5 or 6 years ago. Last time I looked at her, bibliography of what she'd written, mostly young adult stuff. Then she came over to Lucasfilm and wrote a couple things for them, including the Han Solo novel about Kira. Ooh, everyone's favorite. Now, let's just take a look. I'm going to scroll through. I can't count all of them because we don't have enough time in the day to look at every one of these tweets that she has made. But we'll get into a few of them here. And of course, she thought the pansy-ass trolls were so boring that we're attacking Chuck Wendig. Of course. But let's see what she thinks about white people. Specifically men. If you live in a world with only white people, you're in an artificially created environment resulting from centuries of oppression. What else? Have a rich white dad. Hashtag get rich in 4 words. All right, that's not too bad. Whatever. Gosh, I love learning about women's issues from a bunch of rich white guys. Girl's family can't afford to spend summer in idyllic beach town full of white people. She gets a job. What does the golden age of sci-fi even mean? Dominated by cis white guys? Or reach and relevance? Because it's impossible. We're in it right now. Such a cliche to have a white person in the story. No reviewer ever. Wow, she's really obsessed with white people. You know, I don't think if you did a search of my Twitter history and searched maybe any color, whether it be white, black, whatever, I don't think that you'll find anything like this. Maybe someone should do it on me. I want to see all of my tweets put together like this so I can just go through them and we can make fun of me sometime. Oh, look, another scream of terror by old white guys at the prospect of getting equal treatment to those they've disparaged for decades. Man, the only person I see doing a lot of disparaging on Twitter is Rae Carson. That's weird. That must be how she got her job. The Black Mass trailer shows a diverse cast. There are young white guys, short white guys, bald white guys, fat white guys. I have a great premise for this is a nice one. I have a great premise for an episode of How to Get Away with Murder. Okay, here goes. White guy becomes a cop. Wow, very nice. Taking a shot at white males and law enforcement. Not a surprise from someone like Rae Carson, someone that works at Lucasfilm. At my last job, a guy without job experience started 30% more than my start pay. But Thor is a girl, so white males have lost everything. I'd really like to see the proof of that. I would love to see the proof of that. What job did you have where he started 30% more? Interesting. I'm so over racist, misogynistic, homophobic white dudes and their non-apologies. Well, we will not offer you any. Don't worry, Rae Carson. Let's scroll down. This is long, guys. Let me just scroll to a random spot. Let's go here. He likes sociological sci-fi where cats are given equal opportunity with white men. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Let's see. It's really simple action that a lot of white people, especially white women, fail to do is speak up when we see everyday racism. We're trained from such an early age not to rock the boat, to keep the peace, to swallow our outrage. But I'm so effing done with that. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you were really taught that. It's your white privilege, Rae Carson. It's just spewing out of you all the time. Rule 11. Be a white dude who manspreads so everyone thinks you're a genius instead of a witless hack. Ooh, very nice. Whoa, just watch a blog about diversity as a most hated word, and I'm all, what? Speaking to white, cis, hetero folks here. Everyone else already knows this. Yes, of course, please speak to the white people. We need to be lectured by you, Rae Carson. You know, I gotta say, Rae Carson, I do like her haircut. It kind of looks like mine, to be quite honest. I like that haircut. Let's see, I had the same thought. Most of the white dudes were insufferable. He reminds me of every whiny, privileged white dude I've ever known. Let's scroll down more. We're almost done, guys. Let's see. Adult SSFF is great with support if you're a white guy. But hey, if you peruse Twitter, you'll find a ton of white guys saying he's the best ever. So we only scratched the surface of these tweets. Sorry, Itchy. We're not going to do every one because I don't have all the time in the day. But that is just a few of the things that Rae Carson has said about white men. So it's no surprise that she's so focused on a girl Jedi. And the fact that she just ignores the girl Jedi that actually appeared in the prequels, the female Jedi in Ahsoka Tano that appeared in TCW for season after season after season after season, and in the TCW movie that was released on the big screen. If you want to hide behind that caveat, and she does have a real story, she does have a real arc, even if I'm not the biggest Ahsoka fan. But I guess you don't know. Maybe you don't even know that that was released. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me because this is Lucasfilm. A requirement is not that you know anything about Star Wars or care about Star Wars. All it is that you're available, that you hate white people, and you're willing to be part of the destruction of this franchise. And clearly Rae Carson is. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below about what she said. Do you think that any of those Jedi should count as a female Jedi that appeared on the big screen? Or is Rey the only one that matters to Rae Carson? Let us know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.